Hi there, Cancer. This is Yetta Pearl. Thank you so much for joining me for your general angel reading. And this is for the week of March 28th through April 3rd of 2022. So here your cards are slowly coming out. There we go. And we'll just be patient and we'll wait for the rest of them to come out. Second deck is what is happening now, and they're popping right out. So we'll just see. Angels say don't do a pre-message this time. Usually I'm, asking if I should do that when the card, to fill this time basically while we get the cards out. And they said, no, it's all going to come clear within the reading. So, all right. So here we go. Wow, this looks pretty good. This looks really good, actually. Blessed change. So there is a change, some type of redirection happening in your life this week, and it is divinely guided. It's in your best interest. So it's called a blessed change, right? It's sometimes so hard to accept change or to embrace change because it's just like, oh my gosh, now I have to learn another whole way of something or other. That this change is it's for your benefit. You will appreciate it later. Yeah, and I know not right now. Change is hard, but you will like it. You'll like it. So, as much as possible, remove your resistance to this. It's it will prove to be good. And again, they're saying you'll like it. So when you kind of dig your heels in, that's almost what it feels like, a bit of a stubbornness, right? When you dig your heels in and say, no, I don't want to do that, you're not helping yourself. And so what you're doing is contributing to your own state of unease, to your own discontent. When something comes across like as an opportunity or even as a directive, like perhaps you have an employer or somebody like that who's saying to you, no, you have to do this in order to advance or whatever. Just say, I don't really feel like I need that, but all right, I will do that. I will open myself to all the growth that's available to me. Because it's what it is, right? It's growth. And so the more open you are to that, the more knowledge you gain, the better you become. Not only at, that if it's job related, right? Not only at that particular task, but in your whole life, right? The more you can embrace learning, the better you'll be. So embrace the change. That's the opportunities and the growth. Okay. Yeah, and have some peace over that. There's no need to worry about any of that. Just be peaceful. Allow things to unfold as they are, as they do, as they will, probably anyway. Right? So relax about things. Like the more resistance you have to it, the more you bring it. Because you're putting all that focus on it. If you're putting a negative focus on it, it's still going to be there. And if you put a positive focus on it, it'll be there but easier. Right? Anything that you truly believe is not for you, that that you just think, I don't know, I just think this is bad, I don't want this at all, then you need to remove your focus from it. Stop paying attention to it, and it will dissolve and go away. In general, I know everybody can think of circumstances where that wasn't the case. But so what the angels are telling me right now, this is your guardian angels. They have come specifically to speak to you, to give you the messages, right? So they're saying that, like there's an old saying, Irish or Scottish, Irish, I think, what's for you will not go by you. And so it could be that you have a lot of resistance to something, but if it happens anyway, it means it was destined for you. And so in that way, it's to your benefit to make your focus positive. All right. Okay. And so, yeah. So these two next cards, they're related, but they're not quite the same. Everything happens in cycles. Things begin, they progress, and at some point they end. Now, in varying lengths of time and effort and intensity and all that stuff, right? Right now, you're experiencing the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. And this is very natural. This feels like part of this change that we talked about at the very, very beginning. That things are changing as they need to. They need to progress in order to continue evolving. And so that is what this is evolution. Things are happening. Some things are coming to an end. You may wish that they were continuing, but they're not. And it's coming to a natural end. And that makes space and time and energy for the new thing to begin. So that's how that happens. So it's always a natural flow. It's just like, winter has just come to an end, and now spring can begin. Same as all kinds of different things that happen in your life. So to you, it might not feel very easy. It might feel difficult. It might feel dark. It just might feel very tiring, just getting this fatigue from you. Take a deep breath and just say, okay. Yeah, and the new can begin. As I said, related but not the same, breaking free. So there's something in the old thing that's just ending that was holding you back. It was tying you down. You've gotten used to it. So you're forgetting what kind of I can't quite say a negative impact that it's having on you, but it will very shortly be a negative impact if you can't let go of it. You have to let go of it. In fact, break free from it. It's for some of you, this is an external thing, like I said, perhaps a job or a requirement that employer has or something like that. For some of you, this is your inner growth. This is getting rid of old belief systems that are just holding you back. And you don't even realize because you've had this belief for so long. And now suddenly there's something that is drawing your attention to it and making you go, oh, I do believe that. I have up until now. Right? So just have a look deeper into that and see if it's something you want to keep going forward. You can change. You can evolve. And now, you don't have to shout it from the rooftops, but you do probably want to, say a little something to somebody close to you, not to get their feedback, just to keep them in your growth loop, right? Yeah. And you don't have to. No, you don't have to. But from a relationship point of view, it might make things nicer. Yeah, breaking free of the old. All right. And so, okay, and this we were talking about already, this focused intention. Put your focus on what you want for the future. Sit and daydream. What do you want? Make it up in whatever kind of detail you've got so far, right? Like you don't have to know everything right now, but if over the next 5 years, this is what you want to see in your life, sit and daydream about that. And what does it feel like? And totally get absorbed in that so that you feel so good that you don't want to come back out of your daydream, right? And it just feels amazing. And see, that is our job, is to feel good. So whatever it is that makes you feel good, think about people in your life who you absolutely adore. Or how good it feels to finish something and have done a really good job of it. And, all those things, like how proud you are of yourself or somebody else in your world. All those things. And think about how you're planning to feel in the future. Whatever makes you feel good, think that, feel that. That's our job, is to feel good. That raises vibration, attracts all those beautiful, amazing, high vibe things and, circumstances, things to us. But you need to stop doing it by accident, is what your angels are saying. Everything, maybe not quite everything, but a lot of what you've created so far in your life, or things that have come to you in your life so far, has been accidental. It's because, you've been drifting along, right? When you deliberately sit and think, like, not necessarily specific things, but how you want to feel all the time. You want to feel fulfilled. You want to feel joyous. You want to feel a lot of laughter in your life. You want to, make the most of everything. So sit and feel that way. and kind of same lines again, staying optimistic about that. It's like you're 5 minutes away from accomplishing that amazing, awesome thing. Don't get discouraged now. Keep your optimism high, keep your vibe high, keep attracting what it is you want, keep imagining and picturing that, what it is you want, and taking the steps toward that. Keep doing it, because you're exactly on the right track, and you're this close. So don't stop now. Okay, so now we have the daily guidance cards, and we'll get one last piece of wisdom from your guardian angels. In a minute, we will. There it is. It came out now. All right. Perfect timing. Yeah, so, same thing here. Endings and beginnings. Perfect timing. What's coming to an end has to come to an end. Now it's just finished. That's all there is to it. And the new thing, the blessed change, is beginning, and it's in perfect timing. It's happening exactly when it's the best time for it to happen. So embrace it. Stop your resistance. It just feels like it feels like you've been overwhelmed a little in the past by different things changing, and it was just too much for you. You dealt with it as best you could, but you've been kind of traumatized in a way by that. And now it's really hard for you to embrace this change, which I think is kind of hard for Cancers to do anyway, right? But so if you can try and relax into this and trust your angels, trust your life, trust that good things are happening to you and for you. Okay. All right, Cancer, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you very much, and I love you, and I'll see you next week.